Schmo with the Pro. He's 17-6. He's the number 13th ranked UFC Featherweight. 50K Dan Ige in the flesh, Salt Lake City. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. Just got a fight here in Salt Lake City, escaping the hot weather of Vegas, kinda. But yeah, just enjoying my time here. Yeah.
Dropping 10 degrees. You got a co-main event against the guy you've been looking to fight for a long time, the number 12th ranked Bryce Mitchell, September 23rd, fight night in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's one of those fights that's just been brewing for a long time. I remember when I first moved to Vegas 7 years ago, and I watched Bryce. I think he was fighting in World Series of Fighting. He was like 5-0 at the time. I was 3-1. I was sitting on Brad Tavares' couch, and I was like watching this guy. He's winning some fights, and he was getting a bunch of hype, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to fight those big fights, and I knew he was a guy stylistically I could beat. And I remember he got into the UFC. He was on The Ultimate Fighter, and I was just working my way up. I think I just got into the UFC, so I was like tweeting him, trying to make some noise. And yeah, that's started stirring the pot, and here we are 5 years later, and we got the fight done.
It's not how you get to the dance, it's if you get to the dance, and now you get to the dance. What do you think took so long?
I have no idea, honestly. Just matchups, We both go on our own career path, but, I think now is the best time to do it just because of, where we're at in the rankings. Positionally, I'm number 13. He's number 12. I'm trying to rebuild myself. Came off a skid. Now I'm back on a 2-fight win streak. He just came off a loss over Topuria, so I'm sure he wants to jump back and try to bounce back, but I'm just trying to make my climb back up the ladder.
And how satisfying has life been since that victory? UFC 289, Nate Landwehr. Nate, the train had a lot of hype, and you stopped the hype train.
Good, man. Nate was definitely a tough test. He was a guy I feel like a lot of people just kind of thought I was going to run over, and like they kind of looked past his attributes. But I knew that type of fight I was in, I knew it would be a tough fight. Just given his craziness and his durability, like he gets dropped, he gets hurt, but his ability to recover is insane. He has a great conditioning program. And it just feels good to get that win under my belt.
Well, we're here in Salt Lake City. Your good buddy, Justin Gaethje, he's headlining this main event against Dustin Poirier, BMF belt on the line. Why do you think your guy's going to be the one with his hand raised and have that BMF belt around his waist?
You never know for sure. Obviously, I'm rooting for Justin. It's one of those fights. That first fight was absolutely insane. If you haven't watched it, you got to go back and watch that fight. But the second fight, I believe, is going to be even crazier. He's such a competitive dude, so I know he wants to get that W back. And Poirier's tough as nails, and his boxing's super good. So it's just going to be one of those fights like you can't miss it. And I don't think it'll go to the judges.
You spent a lot of time training with this guy. Obviously, he's got elevation. This is about 1,000 feet below what he's used to in Denver, Colorado. So you know what it's like training with him in the elevation. And in the 5 years that have passed since these two have fought, what do you think he's improved the most, Justin?
I think Justin's just, the elevation is one factor, but Justin, I think his patience has improved. Like he's always been very good and articulated, but he just likes to rush things. He wants to hurt you. He's a violent man. But him and Trevor just have this great relationship. I don't know how many fights they have together, like their whole entire career, but I think he's got them dialed in where he can stay calm and patient and just come in with tactical violence.
What do you think happens at the top of your division, featherweight division? Volkanovski's been vocal about fighting back at 155. We already know that Islam Makhachev is rematching against Charles Oliveira. You got a big victory in Ilia Topuria, who a lot of momentum against what he did with Josh Emmett. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen for the championship and your division next?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Topuria's in a good place. Just with the way the landscape of the division is, you got Max and Zombie. I think Max wins that fight. But again, Max has fought for the title 3 times. You got Ortega, who's coming off a 2 or 3 fight skid. Then you got Emmett, Cater, all those guys that, they've kind of had their chance. Cater's kind of on the rebuild. He's coming off the ACL. So Topuria's in a great spot. I don't know what happens. And then you got Evloev. I don't know what they do with him, and maybe him and Arnold Allen battle it out, or him and Topuria. But I feel like Topuria's going to wait, because he's right there, just the right place, right time. And yeah, that'll be a great scrap.
Certainly will be. Can we get a final message for all the 50K fans out there worldwide?
Oh, man, I don't know. Just as always, thank you again for the continued support. You know, I'm just trying to do my thing out here, man. Trying to go out there, put on exciting fights for you guys, and I'm rebuilding my YouTube channel, rebuilding my Instagram, so I'll be dropping a bunch of content, so make sure you check it out, Dynamite Dan 808.
He's the pro, I'm the Schmo, Salt Lake City. We're out.